Here's your restorative practice. I have a couple of items here just to kind of get you familiar with what I use to do the restorative yoga. These are blocks, and you can get these from like Walmart or Target. You can even order them online from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. These are my blankets. Now these are like the yoga blankets, but you don't have to use these. You can just get blankets out of your house that you already have, and just make sure that you're able to fold them like this to give you some support and cushion. I also have with me my bolsters, and this is a flatter bolster, more of a rectangular shape, and this is more like my oblong bolster, and you'll see how I use these. But if you don't have bolsters and you don't want to go out and buy bolsters, I ordered these online from Amazon. But if you don't want to do that, then you can just use your pillows. If you have like a body pillow, that would be awesome. And then a couple of other size pillows just to help give you support while you are in the poses. I also have my meditation pillow, which I love. I ordered this from Society 6, and of course you see all the chakra colors. But anyway, I use this to do my meditation, but I also use it when I'm doing restorative yoga, because some poses I kind of sit back on it to relax into the pose. So you'll see that too. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I think you will find that this is just so simply delicious. It's very easy. It's almost like laying down, resting. And because of that, a lot of people think that they're really not getting a true workout with yoga, but in actuality you are, and even more so, because when you relax into the pose and you're using props to be supported, it allows your body to sink more into the pose, which then allows your joints to open more, your muscles to get the benefit of that relaxation. I know you said you had shoulder pain, so this should help with that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to hold the poses for 15 minutes. Normally during a regular session, I would hold each pose for at least 15 minutes. Therefore, it's only 4 poses and an hour. You don't really want to do more than 4 poses in an hour. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through 4 poses, but I'm not going to hold them that long. Probably hold them just for a couple of seconds so that you see what they look like. And then if you want one where I'm holding it for 15 minutes so that you can like really follow along, let me know and I'll make you one, because I have to do 40 of these. All right, so here we go. So the first pose we're going to go into is the supported child's pose. And to do this, we're going to take this bolster here. If you have a body pillow, it would be great. You can use your body pillow for it. I'm also going to take the blocks and put one on each side. But you could also use a blanket and kind of like double it up like this to support you, okay? I'm also going to use my meditation pillow and to kind of give me more cushion when I go into the pose. So basically, you just come up to the bolster with your knees to the bolster, and then you take this and you pull it behind you, like up under your seat. And then you're going to kind of come down into a more wide-legged pose and just lay on the pillow. And you can pull this up to where it's comfortable for you. And again, like I said, if you don't want to use that, you can use just another pillow, or you don't have to use one at all. And you just put your blocks here. You can lay like this, if this is comfortable. And you want to make sure when you're laying like this, that your 2 big toes are touching, okay? And so you can just lay here, hang out here, breathing in, exhaling, very slow and rhythmically. or you can just kind of cuddle with the bolster if that's more comfortable for you. And you can just kind of lay like this. If you don't want to use this seat, you can come up a little more and just kind of go like this. And as you lay here, you want to relax more into the pose. You want to make sure that your forehead is smooth, that your jaw is relaxed, that your shoulders are relaxed, that there's no pressure on your shoulders or your knees. And you just want it to feel supported by the pillow or the bolster. And you would remain in this pose for about 15 minutes. And then when we come out of the pose, you're going to go back, move the bolster, and we're going to go into a forward bend. And so to do that, we're going to come to a seated position with this is called the staff pose. And so you will come to this position. You will put the bolster here in between your legs. And you might want to widen your legs just a little bit if you need to, because you want this to be up to your stomach, so that way when you roll over, you feel comfortable, okay? And if it's difficult for you, because some people, when they're just starting out, they can't go all the way down to the bolster like that, you can also utilize your blankets to give you additional height. Restorative yoga is all about you being comfortable as possible. It's not a competition. It's just about being comfortable. So with the forward fold, you would then kind of just fold over. And like I said, you can adjust this to however you feel comfortable. And you would just stay in this position for about the next 15 minutes. If you want to use your blocks to rest your hands, you can do that as well. You will feel this forward fold in the back of your hamstrings. You want to make sure that your legs are relaxed and that you're breathing in and out. That you're not grasping the block, but just letting your hands kind of hang out there. And you would stay in this pose, like I said, for about 15 minutes. The next asana we're going to look at is going to be a bound butterfly. And it's kind of a back bend. And if you notice, what we've been doing is going forward and back, okay? So if you have the blocks with this, you would want to sit one at its highest height and the other on its side. And then you just take your pillow or your bolster and kind of lay it like this, right? Like on an incline. And then you're going to take yourself, turn around, and you can use your meditation pillow, I like to use a smaller bolster for this because you have to put it up under your legs. And also, you might want to, you can use your blocks or you can use your blanket because you're going to lay back and you want to have some support for your hands. So if you use blocks, then you would need 4 blocks to do this. Or like I said, you can just use the blankets. And so basically you're going to recline back. You're going to put the pillow next to your buttocks, and then you're just going to kind of put your legs in like a butterfly position, and you're going to put your arms out. And just relax. No strain, no stress. Not trying to push yourself into the pose. The body will relax into the pose deeper and deeper the longer you hold the pose. Just always remember to stay with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. This also is like a heart opener because this position here and with your arms out, it opens up the heart, which is good. Because a lot of times we work jobs that require us to sit upright for extended periods of time, and we kind of hunch over sometimes. And so the ability to be able to just lay back and relax opens up our heart. Makes it easier to breathe. And you will just stay in this position for about 15 minutes. The next position and the last position is the Savasana. And that is the last thing that you do when you are doing yoga poses. You do Savasana so that your body can incorporate everything that you've done. This gives it time to marinate in your body. And so basically for Savasana and restorative yoga, you want to make sure that you're as comfortable as possible. So what you might want to do is take your blanket and kind of roll it, right? Make a roll out of it. Because you're going to place your head on it. And then you can use a smaller pillow or bolster. I like my big bolster. Makes me feel all comfortable and supported. And you would take this, put it in front of you, come down and just drape your leg over the bolster. And if you like added support and you really want to feel like you're truly being held, you can take the other bolster or pillow and put it behind your back, or you can take your meditation seat and put it behind your back, and it gives you that feeling that you're being held and supported. And you just lay here in Savasana. And you would do this about 15 minutes. Now, if you don't want to lay on your side, and let's say your shoulder hurts, or you don't want to put the pressure on your side, you can also do the Savasana on your back. And you can take the same bolster and put it up under your knees. And you can take your blocks, mine are, but you can take your blocks and put your blocks back on, almost like the heart opener we did, but you're not on an incline. And so then you would just kind of lay here like this with both your arms out for the next 15 minutes or so. And when you're done, when the 15 minutes are up, then of course you would just kind of kick your bolster away. I recommend you turn to your right side and kind of hang out there for a minute. Because when you've done this for an hour, you want to give your body time to come back into this space. So kind of lay here for a minute, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, blink your eyes. And then when you're ready, on the exhale, push yourself up, come back to the seated position. And that's it. Namaste.